A while ago, I decided to record a nostalgia episode and go back to Ghost to Grandmasters for one day. Today, I'm gonna be bringing back Bonecloud to Grandmaster for just one time because you guys enjoyed it so much. So join me in another nostalgia episode to relive the Bonecloud. Let's go. Alright, first opponent is a 5-4 Zerg. As you can see, our LMR is about 5-5 as well. A little bit higher than our opponent by 10. Maybe not after this game, though. Now, I imagine a lot of you guys are going to be like, wait, what build? What are you talking about? What challenge? So, this was the first challenge I ever did, the Bonecloud. It was inspired by chess. I also don't know why the chess move was named after this, but it was. But the point of the build is basically to fly to your third base at the start of the game, creating an absolutely incredible mind game, I want to say. And then very often I would win just because my opponent's mental will absolutely break. Obviously, we are going to play from a little bit behind, but we're going to be able to climb out of that. Hopefully, I would say. Now, we are playing against a Zerg. I can spoil you guys, if you guys didn't watch Bonecloud to Grandmaster, that TVZ is definitely the hardest matchup. And it's mostly because, against Zerg, you usually control the game with stuff like walls. You know, you get the Hellions out on time so you control the map. When you play like this, Hellions are late. I'm obviously not going to be able to wall all of this off, right? So TVZ was always the hardest, but I'm going to try my best. We definitely had some really cool games against Zerg as well. In particular with Ghost Hellion, I want to say. I have some really cool memories of playing Ghost Hellion, so maybe that is going to be the case. So notice how I'm going to try to wall off here. I think this is the perfect placement, but it could be rough. I want to make an add-on over here, and then my workers should still be able to mine gas. Now, what is my natural going to be is the question. So, a lot of people always ask what the advantages of a Bonecloud. There's two advantages that, you know, stand opposed to 10 disadvantages probably. And the two disadvantages are, or the two advantages, sorry, is that your opponent very often just collapse mentally. They don't know what to do. They get confused. They try a really weird all-in and they die. And the only other advantage is that you can actually take, you know, your third and fourth super safely. So if you do get to like a somewhat stable, even position, then it's going to be pretty good. Outside of that, obviously, it's going to be pretty hard to make this happen. Now, there's one thing that is really scary against Zerg. The macro games, I want to say, have been relatively alright. The hardest part is just if they all-in you. I think a Zerg all-in is the hardest counter to the Bonecloud in the game, by far. Like, I don't think you can really counter a Zerg all-in, because once again, you counter those by having a good position by a wall. If 5 roaches run into my base, if I have one bunker here, it's really not going to make that big of a difference. So I'm going to hope that I can force him into a macro game. I also like taking really weird naturals with this build, because it's just, I just feel like it fits the theme, you know? I really wonder where the Overlord went. If the Overlord is here, he must be hella confused right now. Maybe he doesn't even realize that I'm not one-basing. I could totally imagine that he thinks I'm on one base right now. Overlord is, yeah, okay, I was going to say, it's already by here. I didn't quite know the timing, but I was going to say it's going to scout the back of my new main base first, and that's what happened. Now, that's perfectly fine. Hopefully, we mind game them at least a little bit at first. Like I said, I don't quite know the Overlord timing, so I'm not sure if he scouted that instantly. Like, maybe he just flew here and saw it. Maybe he flew all the way here and then around and then saw it. That would be ideal, of course. So I found the other pair of links. Now, no matter what, I still need to hope that there is no roach hole in follow-up to this. I would guess there isn't, but you can never know, really. So I'm just going to go scout his base. I could make a bunker, but it just kind of sucks to make a bunker that fast. Link floods are also pretty scary, but maybe slightly more holdable. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't look like it's anything suspicious. I'm actually going to start my Ghost Academy here. Try to wall this off as well as possible with my add-ons. And then we're going to go jump into the main, see what we can find. He does have one gas. He is mining a lot of gas, I can say that. No gases in the natural, I think, yeah. Also doesn't have that base. To me, it looks like he just has this base on the left and I didn't scout it. That is most likely, I think. But yeah, we're going to have to figure out. Now, my Hellions are going to finish perfectly in time, unless he has too many Zerglings, of course. He did scout my Ghost Academy with that, which is pretty painful. Would have loved to keep that a surprise. I could maybe try to go for some kind of a Hell Battle. Was that a Bailing? Okay, I don't think he has a third base, guys. I think that was a Bailing that just finished morphing. I guess that's where all the gas is going to. Now, Link Floods are even more gases being taken now. Interesting. I can actually escape here if I do it well. There we go. That is a beautiful escape. I think... Oh, and the Hellion is walling him in. All the Bailings are stuck because of that one Hellion. That's actually a massive play. All right, well, that looked like it could have been a disaster. But we actually kind of clutched it out there, which is fantastic. Obviously, we're still behind, right? But... couldn't be much better than that, really. I don't think I lost a whole lot at all. Now, I have a bunch of Hellions. I have another Ghost on the way. I'm considering stopping SCV production so I can actually go for a killing move. Keep in mind, he made that extra gas really early. So I don't think we've seen the full extent of his cheese yet. Maybe I can move out a few Hellions just like this. You know, but this base here is very undefended. That's what's going to make it pretty hard. I'm going to move out with this, and this might actually force him to go in with any units he has around my base. Let me kill that creep tumor. Still think going for an armory could be a good idea here. Trying to wall my main base as well as possible. There we go. Okay, so here's a spine. That spine is pretty scary, guys. Not gonna lie. I think I'm just gonna go for the armory. Frick it. And the reason why I'm going for it is because the spine indicates that he wants to go for like 2-base Mutalisk or something like that. Keep in mind, even if he has the third as back base, it just doesn't mine as much. It's a little bit of a smaller base. He has a lair, and mutas seem pretty likely here. He has a lot of queens. I'm actually surprised he would go for a build like that against the Ghost. I would imagine you would rather not play Mutalisk against Ghost, but who am I, right? I'm not... well, I am a little bit of a Zerg player these days, so I guess... I was gonna say I'm not a Zerg player, but actually I kind of am, so I can say it's a little bit weird. I mean, I play Mutalisk against everything, if you guys have watched my Zerg episode, so, you know, who am I to talk, really? I think it would be a good idea to get Cloak as well. Yeah, he's just playing really greedy, I think. I can actually go here. I think the Overlord was right there, so I might be able to avoid it. And then I can just... Yeah, he's just saving up to make 10 Mutalisks, basically. I think it would be really nice if I had Cloak for this. See, try to snipe these. Oh, I should have damaged him a little bit first. So he's gonna make some Banelings. I'm gonna snipe that one. Try to get a little bit of splits going. Better than that would be nice. There we go. Oh, he actually literally just morphed them. They were really not finishing in time. Really good splits there, I think. Now I'm gonna kill both of those. And we're in the mineral line, and that's it? That easily? After... Only 4... What? Guys, what was he doing? I'm so confused right now. How did he... Like, I did the Bonecloud. Okay, I killed 8 Banelings or 7 Banelings, right? And I lost a lot of mining time for it. But how would I win this easily with that? Like, he didn't even have anything. He made a few Banelings, and then he started 4 Mutalisks, and there was just... Did I even lose a unit here? I don't know. Look at the units lost to this guy. This is with the Bonecloud against a Grandmaster Zerg. 450 against 2000. I really thought this was going to be a warm-up game that I wasn't going to win. It looked rough. We got a Zerg. He scouted us early. He seemed to go on aggression. But I think his mental absolutely shattered with my opening, because this did not look like a Grandmaster level playing. I'm going to be honest here. This was a bit rough, but for us, it's a nice warm-up game. Let's keep it going. Alright, we got BabyMarine. Okay, that's gonna be a pretty tough one. I'm also not sure the map is fantastic for Bonecloud or terrible. Now, with the Bonecloud, you have 2 options. You can either fly to the 3rd base or the natural. And in this case, you actually have another base. You just have to fly to the next base anyway. Let's try to get this as perfect as possible. Click on this mineral line and then return them instantly. There we go. Now, this base does have one downside. The biggest upside is that you actually have a little bit more of a defendable position. The downside is that the mind game effect is not that strong. Now, why I'm choosing to go here against BabyMarine is because TVT is very often about those early units. And if I'm like this far away in an undefendable position, it is likely that I die instantly. I've also already played BabyMarine with this before. I mean, this was all the way back when I was still doing Bonecloud to Grandmaster. But he is going to be aware of the build. He's probably not going to be absolutely mentally blown like that Zerg player, right? So I think this is just the better option here. I would like to probably play a mech game if I could get there, because I don't think if you're going to play bio and you're behind, you're probably going to have a tough time. Here we go. Let's try to get this gas. And then we'll see if he SCV scout. I always hope they SCV scout because it just increases the mind game. Even if they know what the Bonecloud is, right? There's still gonna be a sense of urgency a lot of the time when they're like, okay, I mean... I really don't want to lose to this, you know. I don't want to end up on YouTube. That's probably what's going on here. So I might as well try to kill him right away. And they might try like a little bit of a scuffed timing attack, which then allows me to defend it. If they don't SCV scout, it's the worst scenario. Because if you think about it, the Bonecloud is quite literally a normal opener, but just terrible, right? So I'm going to be very far behind in economy. And if they just play normal, that is the best thing they can do. They're just going to play a normal game, but they're very far ahead. Okay, he is going to scout me. That is fantastic. Let me change the direction of this SCV because he saw it. I'm going to go this way. I have to delay my SCV scout a little bit. I could even go wild and take this as my 2nd base, but the mining is just too bad there. So I think I'm going to skip that idea. But I have to send the SCV a little bit around to make sure I don't die to his Reaper. I'm going to put my factory here. I have to say the building positioning here is awkward. There's not that much space for add-ons and stuff. That is a little bit annoying. I'm going to make a 2nd depot up there too. I would love to make a reactor, but I can only do that if I've scouted him, and I haven't. So, there we go. I'm going to send my SCV in now. See what build he is going for exactly. You can tell, even now, I only have 10 SCVs mining minerals, which just looks tragic. Let's see. So, he has a Reaper here. He is going for a double gas expand. If it was a... Ooh! Wait, that one Reaper reactor. Ooh, that is a good build. Okay. Yeah, the problem is I can't actually get in there with my build because I don't have my second Reaper fast enough, right? That's the biggest problem here. So I think what I'm going to do is go for an instant Cyclone. That is probably my best option. And then just try to expand behind it, get a reactor. Hope I survive. I think typically with the Bonecloud, you're about 4 or 5 workers down. You know, in addition to all the timings, like your barracks being 20 seconds later and whatnot. So that is what I have to catch up to. Oh, no. I was really hoping I could get something here. Oh, a little bit of damage on that Hellion is pretty nice. There we go. Keep in mind the Reapers heal, but the Hellions need to be repaired, which takes a little bit of minerals. Probably not going to do it, but, you know, that means his Hellion is going to be orange HP for the next fight, which is equally as good. Now, what is my best option, guys? The Cyclone should help me defend most things. I can't... You know, even in normal TVT, you can't afford losing SCVs. I always say it. If I play against a good Terran, I lose 5 SCVs, done and dusted. Now I'm already 5 SCVs down, so... You know, if I lose 5 SCVs now, then it's just crazy, right? There's absolutely no coming back from that. So I need to defend everything possible. And how I can transition into the late game is going to be a little bit of a mystery here. I think I just need to try and get a good fight. I'm going to go off the fact that he's playing reactor first, which usually means some kind of aggression. And I'll try to just be set up in the best position possible here. Going to try to keep these so they can defend the choke. Have the Cyclones up here. CC should finish in time to give me some supply. Okay, there we go. And he's going to go for the SCVs, as you can see. Throw down a grenade there. And then I need to micro this. Pull this one back. Okay, this fight looks really good. This is the best possible fight ever. There we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. Didn't really get damage done. Didn't get the Cyclone. Obviously, we're still behind, but it's a start, guys. It's definitely a start. Couldn't have been any better than that, and we take those. I'm going to go with my Cyclones in the main. Because he does have a lot of Reapers alive. And he might be tempted to just go into the main. He knows he can't brute force it anymore. But he might be able to get in the main and kill some more SCVs. So that's the next plan. I think I'm going to go for a double starport build here. It's a little bit risky. I just don't think I have enough SCVs to play mech. Like, he's surely at least 8 SCVs up at this point, I would say. So I don't think I can really play a macro game. So I'm just going to go for this. Double starport. Feels very obvious to just build it in the front like that. But it is what it is. I hope these Cyclones catch at least one of the Reapers. Preferably 2. Or, well, preferably 3. I think he has 3 alive. I think it was 3 Reapers and 1 Hellion that survived. But that would require him to just not pay attention at all. Which can happen, to be fair. It does happen to everyone now and then, but can't really rely on that, right? I'm gonna use my Reaper to scout his base, see what's going on. Keep dropping these mules. And then try to get this base, or this gas over here. Let's pull this. I could probably save this one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what sucks about this map is that you can jump up there. If that was a spot, I would have a decent shot at getting a scout off. But now, I'm just gonna have to, yeah, keep doing my strategy, not change it. So it's gonna be as efficient as possible resource-wise. And then just hope that we're doing the right thing, really. I could go in again with the Reaper. Okay, so it looks like we're moving out already. That is faster than expected. Can I do something about it? That I don't know. I can definitely move out with my Cyclones here. Try to get some good trades early on. Gonna have a second Raven as well. I can definitely not afford a scan. That is a little bit of a problem. But it is what it is. But I just need to make sure I'm out here at least. Maybe one Cyclone should be in the main, huh? Else we might be in danger. Let's see, there's nothing here yet. He could try to siege my main, but there's just nothing in there to kill, so... he doesn't even really know I have that base, right? I mean, he assumes I have it correctly. But he doesn't really know that I have that base. Did I hear a scan? No, I didn't. Where is he going? Probably rotating up here, if I had to guess. Oh, yeah. Did he go back, or did he go to the left? There's no way I missed him already. Unless his units are just... you know, super fast for some reason. Which don't think that's how StarCraft works. Oh, the Cyclone actually fits here. That is very pleasant. Didn't realize that. Now, did he actually just back off all the way? Oh, okay. He's going for the main base then. You can see it. I'm just going to stay here. Because it's my best way to deal with it, I think. Okay. Oh, no. Don't drop the turret. Oh, I did break the lock-on, though. That's unfortunate. Let's see, is there anything else coming? I think at this point he probably is saturating his third base. Or it's already saturated. Most likely. Let's see if there's any units here that I can dodge. So he has double eBay, he has a bunch of barracks, and he has this base, which is mostly saturated, which means that we do have to make our move right about now. I have 4 siege tanks. I have a competitive air army at least. I don't know if it's bigger because we, you know, remember we're behind from the Bonecloud, but we do have a competitive air army. If we get a really good siege... Ooh, that's free units. I didn't think they were going to be free, but they're actually just completely free, and there we go. And a base trade is obviously a big opportunity for us. Base trades are chaos. If there's a way to win these kind of games where you're behind in TVT, even, you know, outside of doing the Bonecloud, then it is always going to be a base trade here. Now, his scan did see my movement. If he was paying attention, he should have moved over a little bit. He did not. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate for me. And then I'm just going to go ahead and siege his main, really. There we go. Try to get a really big siege going. He's probably going to go... Okay, he does have a good amount of Vikings. Oh, wait, I didn't know that he could reach me. He doesn't have a scan right now. This could be huge. Oh, I think he messed it up. I think his tank actually attacked a Marine or something like that. Let's see if I can get a Viking pick off. There we go. Oh, almost dead, actually. But not quite. Now, I would suspect he's mostly going to try to go for disabling my tanks from afar. I'm actually going to start one Liberator here. Try to get these over. Maybe kill that. I think the Ravens were coming, right? Oh, I actually got the disables on the Ravens. That is massive. The Ravens cannot use their interference matrices. I'm getting the tanks right now, guys. So this was an absolutely insane fight. Now all I have to do is leave so I don't get obliterated from the high ground here. Try to take this base in the back. I don't have a scan. I really wish I had a scan right now. That would just be marvelous if I had one, but I don't. See, I do have a lot of siege tanks. I have 6 tanks. Stim is the scariest thing here by far. If he stims on top of my army, I will just die because I don't have the fodder. So, okay, I have a scan now, which is great. I thought I made a lib, but I don't see it, unfortunately. Oh, I can see the engineering base here. That's going to be pretty big. Let's see, let's do that. Really keep this Raven in the back. Try to get some free trades. There we go. Got a Liberator on the way. There we go. Gonna siege one of these back at home. I mean, I could try to go for that tank right there. I don't have a Matrix yet, actually. I'm gonna have it in a few seconds. Let's see, I'll just go for it. Maybe I don't need the Matrix. Might also be counter-attacking me right now. There we go. Gonna have to use that Matrix there. And then I'll get a few more tanks in range. Try to siege this. I do have another lib as well. I probably should try to siege that at home over here. I'm not quite sure exactly where all of his stuff is. Oh, he killed my Liberator. Then I need it. Well, actually, I made another one. Let's go. I didn't know Pass Mark was so smart. Oh, let's go. I would imagine he has a few medevacs. Like, his army is definitely out somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Because he has a lot of Marines that I'm just not seeing right now. Let's get another factory over here. You see, he's scanning because he has Marines somewhere, and he's trying to see if flanking is the right course of action already. Just gonna get... okay, Ooh, my tanks were a little bit out of position, but pretty good. There we go. Oh, he's gonna go for the surround, maybe? Yeah, that is good for us. Okay, now we're gonna kill this entire army, and that is really good. And we have actually done it. Okay, the supply was the same, but I think he just felt like he was never gonna break this. This entire drop was dead, and that is amazing. I really didn't expect a dubber, to be honest. I was thinking, I'm just gonna try to make this the best game possible without dying fast. That was the plan, but in the end, we actually made it happen. I could have transitioned faster, but I really thought the conclusion was gonna hit a little bit harder. We were just gonna have a big fight, and someone was gonna win. Instead, we won. And we won by the clutchest move ever. I disabled his Ravens, so he couldn't disable my tanks. If I didn't do that, we get absolutely wiped off the map. But that is the move that won us the game. Of course, in combination with stellar play. But that is a fantastic TVT. Let's move on to game number 3. All right, game number 3 against a Diamond Pro. That's very interesting. Okay, just so you guys know what's going on. The season is locked. So regardless of MMR, he won't be able to promote. Now I'm going to go for the Wait, is this my normal color? Oh, no, there we go. Now I'm going to try to go for the third base. It's a little bit crazy on this map because it's really far away, but we'll see. Now, if there's one thing I don't have the APM for right now, it's a type freaking good luck I found back. Give me a second, Mr. Protoss. There we go. All right, and let's take this one first. This is a very crazy base to take. It's just in the middle of nowhere. It's very open. And the thing that sucks the most, perhaps, is that his probe is going to see me anyway. If he scouts my base... oops, I was a little bit sloppy there at the start. If he scouts my base, just go straight through here, he will see it. Maybe I should have flown all the way over here or something. It's just a little bit too crazy, I think. But we'll see. Now... I'm gonna go with I think I want to do some sort of all-in. Against Protoss, that has usually been my biggest success. I feel like if I try to play a macro game, it gets really awkward around the time I have to take my third base, because I just don't have money for it. I'm kind of stuck on like 3 barracks, making stim and whatnot, and I just don't have any money for a third command center. So I think any kind of all-in would be good. I could even try to go for a 1-base all-in. Now, it all depends on what the Protoss does. If he scouts, if he sends me any units early on that I can kill for free. If his mental explodes, you know, you guys have probably learned that lesson by now. That is the most dangerous thing you can do against the Bonecloud. Now, what is my I actually don't even know what my natural is here. I'll be honest, guys. Where do I even... Is this my natural? Is it this one? Or this one? I have no idea. Oh, he's actually attacking my barracks here. Now, I do have to wonder, guys. If we're playing against a Diamond Protoss, that does mean it's very likely a new account. So it could be a very high level player. Like, this could actually be a pro leveling up a new barcode or something to practice on the ladder. Could also be someone that is just about stabilizing at this MMR, in which case it would be, you know, a pretty tight match. But it could also be very, very difficult. Now, we have beaten pros before with the Bonecloud. Don't ask me how. I would never think I could reproduce something like that, but we have done it before. So we'll see. How's my health? Pretty good. Yeah, I had some bad days, but now I'm pretty good. That was very kind that he asked. It's very funny that he realizes it's me just because of where my command center is, but I guess who else would do something like this, right? I do have to say, guys, one thing. A little bit of etiquette. If you play on a barcode, if you're gonna make chatter, you should definitely tell who you are. It's very weird to be talked to by someone hiding until another name and then or behind another name and then having a conversation like I'm supposed to know who it is. So if you're gonna strike up a conversation, just say who you are. I'm not gonna ask it, but yeah, this is a little bit weird. Talking to someone who's like, "How's it going, Mark?" And it's basically a hidden character with like a cape or like a veil over his face, and I don't know who it is. Now, I think I'm still going to go for that expansion. Mostly because we haven't been attacked. That's making me feel a little bit more safe. There's an adapter that I'm actually going to kill, I think. Can I pull this back? Am I good enough? No, I'm not good enough. I'm going to kill the adept, though, which is nice. There we go. That's a pretty decent start here, I would guess. Maybe I'll go for a Cyclone. I guess a Stargate is very likely, and Stargates are also very scary at the same time. Now, there's one strategy I could do here, by the way. I could make the command center and then just not make SCVs and try to do an all-in. It really depends on what he does, though. Let's see what we can find here. There's a gateway being... There's also a battery. He made a battery against the Bonecloud. Well, I guess he was really scared, huh? So, probably going to be Blink here. All I see is another gateway being built and nothing else. And he has a Stalker. Yeah, so there's the Blink. Blink is a very good choice against this. Mostly because they have so much outplay potential, right? Like normally you have a bunker on the ramp, you have a tank back here, but now I don't have any of that good positioning whatsoever. I do love the fact how much he's respecting my build, by the way. 2 batteries, battery in each base, even though I clearly do not have a very efficient builder going. That is pretty hilarious. Now, the reason why I'm switching these over is because I just think going with Banshees is the best possible counter to this. Like, I don't think I can do anything that can actually give me as much counter damage potential as the Banshee. Notice how I stopped making workers as well for a little bit. This is actually going to come down to me being able to defend the attack or not. It's looking quite unlikely here, to be honest. But maybe if I put a bunker here, that's actually a pretty good location. Get the tank behind it. Gonna have to start Cloak for that. I don't have money to get another Banshee, though. That's going to be a little bit unfortunate. Let me send the Helene on top just to see where his stalkers are coming from. And this tank does pretty well defend both sides. If you look at it, that is not a bad siege tank, guys. It does defend both sides pretty decently. Now, do I make a tank or a Banshee? I think I just have to go for the tank because else I die. If I don't do any damage, I also die. So that's a little bit of a dilemma here. Now, let's get these boys up into the bunker. And then I guess we'll start at Banshee afterwards. SCV count is 29. Doesn't feel that bad. Like, I feel like it really could have been worse. Is there a third base here? There is a third base on the way. Okay, this is promising. Then what I'm gonna do now, another battery as well. Wow. Let me split those Reaper attacks. There we go. Be a little bit annoying. Oh, he's actually... Oh, that is not a good move by him. He's gonna lose a lot of Stalkers for that, guys. That's very nice. Kill that one at least, please. There we go. Another one. Very nice. Maybe one more? No, okay. But that was beautiful, though. That could not have been better. I think I killed 5 Stalkers there or so. And now I'm gonna make a few more barracks. This is not to get Stim into transition. This is just to get more Marines out and end the game very early. Very likely he's going to be up like 30 supply, and I'm just going to have to, you know, kill him somehow. And that's exactly what I'm going for here. Now, this is the most annoying thing I can do. I can actually kill probes that are not in range of the battery here. If we get like this one on the edge. Look at that, that's beautiful. Then I'm gonna go with my Banshees as well. Doing really well here, these Reapers actually. It's being really annoying. Maybe get another one. There we go. Oh, he misclicked. He's actually going into the main base. There we go. Why is he running away? Defend the Reapers. What are you doing? Thanks for ruining your day. What did I do? This game is not even over. What the hell? He has 800 minerals in the bank. He has 4 more workers. 12. He has 12 stalkers. A 3rd base. He has 4 gateways. I don't even have stim. I have 2 siege tanks, guys. This is just... I don't even know what to say. I didn't even beat him. He destroyed himself. Absolutely annihilated. Can't put it any other way. Diamond barcode. Still don't know who it is. I would have to guess he's probably around 5.5 to 6k MMR. But yeah, this episode was just beautiful. We had a really good game against BabyMarine, and the Zerg and the Protoss here absolutely destroyed themselves. Both barcodes, funnily enough. Maybe barcodes have a weaker mental. In general, that would be a fun experiment to test. But anyway, couldn't be more happy. I was a bit worried recording a Bonecloud episode because usually the games are pretty rough. But there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this nostalgia episode. Make sure to give it a like. Like it for this very medium salt we got. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all for the next video. Adios.